My friend, Wayfaring Stranger. This is a great one as far as traditional bluegrass. I'm going to be doing it for the ukulele as well because it's in our 50 and our 100-time all-time greatest by Thomas Ballinger. Not sponsored, just go from the book. I really like it. I'm playing the mandolin today. This song goes out to one of my students and a buddy. I hope you dig it. We're going to be doing this in the key of G, meaning there's one sharp. However, using the circle fifths and just a little bit of key knowledge, we're going to talk about how you could change this to a key that you can sing in. Okay, here we go. When we read the first measure, we see one sharp. That gives us also our time signature, which is 4/4, meaning we're gonna have 1, 2, 3, 4. Since this song is a little bluegrassy, we're gonna slow that down with like a chukka kind of feel and have like 1 ta 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 ta. It's kind of similar to the reggae feeling of a rest down, exhibiting basically very slow quarters. You could also do an eighth note. Feel it? Eighth note, quarter. That's a quarter rest. When we do that, we're just exhibiting 4/4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Generally, when I'm playing the chords on the other hand, I lift them off and do a quick finger mute while doing that, the strum. And then I play them down for the chord when I'm doing my action for the actual chord. So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna talk about this first chord. First chord is gonna be E minor. The G major that most people play also can have a finger out here. The E note that is inside this would use this note and this note. This one being the E note, and this one, we're gonna be playing the same thing. Guess what? We're gonna be playing that B. So it's part of the chord, E, G, B. When we play up here, we have our G major shape and the E. However, you can play a G major and just add the E note for a G6, which works as well. It keeps the low G note open and it makes it sound really super cool. Try and work on both though. Remember, generally only adding one finger or two fingers when playing any chord you know generally gives you its relative minor. Hence A minor. And then when we take away our fingerings, we would be left with just these two down. So when we extend and go boop and boop, we get A minor, and keeping those notes, we get a C. Look how I have a pivot finger. It's a good thing to watch out for every single chord that there is one finger that really is the pivot finger. No matter what you're playing, F major, no matter how and what interval you're playing in it, you can generally just take your hands and smush something, pull it down, and get its relative minor. D minor, okay? So going back to the song, we're gonna have that G6 or the E minor. The first thing we're gonna do is talk about this picking called ostinato. We're gonna take our pick, put it as close to the fretboard or the back of the saddle as we possibly can, the bridge, and just lightly up and down. Super light. It gives it a real, like, I don't know, ghosty kind of cool effect. Now listen how the pattern goes. I am a poor wayfaring stranger traveling through. We're gonna go to an A major, then we're gonna go back to that E minor. Yeah, the feeling we can have between there, yes, we can put a D in there, but why not reserve that for the second time through when the emotion of the rhythm picks up. When we get to the point of doing just the chuck, try and do it with the full E minor. E minor to a D, E minor to the A major. Keep that bar there and just lay down what you would consider your G major in a third fingering position. Boop. I wouldn't do that. That's a bad stretch. That's a great stretch. Cool. So when we're going through here, I am a poor wayfaring stranger traveling through this world of woe, and there's no sickness for danger down in my bright land. I wish I go. Okay, when it comes through here, you're gonna go back to another chord. Here it is. It's a B minor. Okay, so our A major looks like this. We're gonna scoot this A major all the way up, and then we're gonna pull this note back and play this note. That's gonna give us a B minor. Why? A major can't go up to a B major when we're doing scales, because we have we go up to a C sharp minor there. So these chords are movable. So what we do is we remember what a minor chord looks like and what a major chord looks like. The switch between these and using our B-A-R-R-E bar chords really makes us efficient all over the fretboard. Without really knowing all the names of the notes yet, we can move up and down using the same shapes just by moving our fingers and barring in front of us, shortening the distance between nya and nya. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna take a little bit of rhythm at the end. The only other one chord you wanna know is a B7. So when we're going through here, what we aforementioned was the A major. So I want to show you what an A7 is and a G7 so you can deduce what a B7 is. If this is a G major and this is a major chord, it exhibits a 1, 3, 5, G, B, and D. When we take away one of the G notes and we put an F natural, not an F sharp, not the major seventh, but the minor seventh, it becomes a dominant. Playing the same shape for a G but moving it backwards gives you that 7 kind of chord, because you also have an open G and your open D. Ta-da! It's exhibiting that F now. When we take that same shape and we play it up the fretboard, no matter where you play it, it gives you the same functionality of that G7. So if this was a A major, this must be a A7. And if this was a B major, this must be a B7. Hence, if you have a B minor 7, it would sound like that. So the concept is, be aware of where these notes are. You generally, in a 3-chord triad with an instrument that has 4 strings, will have a doubling up of one of the notes. That's the note you change to make either the major 7th or the dominant 7th, the minor 7th. That will alter your chord. Cool? So here we go. We're going to go just from the last couple stanzas. We're going to go through the 4th one, starting on the B minor. 1, 2, 3. I'm gone. I need a pickup measure. E minor. Go. I'm going there to meet my mother. I'm going there. No more. Here's that B7. We're gonna go up to the 4th fret, put our finger on the 5th. You can even leave it there, but I really dig dropping that down because it completes our concept. You can even go, give it a little inflection. Other than that, what I'd like to say is when you end the song, you're gonna be doing the E minor to the A major. You're gonna be holding that A major and doing that B7. Maybe that's a great place to influence 16th notes. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and then end on your E minor. Or if you're feeling in a great mood, end it on its relative major, the G major. Let's hear how that sounds. Interesting. I really like ending on the minor though, the way it's written. I hope you enjoyed this. I did too. We'll see you next time.